questions because I know nothing about gardening, but they do, and they're more than happy to coach me through it and tell me what to do, and I'm so excited. My favorite things at Anderson are the flowers and the decorations. I love those, especially at Christmas time.
Over the period of time, my hearing became worse and worse.
Over the course of the years, I developed a hearing loss, and I would not be able to hear my employees talk to me sometimes.
For Paul Dayton's and Cache Valley's integrity, his character, his background, his equipment, I would recommend him to anyone for a hearing aid specialist.
So, you bought your computer from one of those big box stores, or online, and now it's really slow, or just not working right.
Target acquired.
PCs Unlimited can fix it. Fixing computers is what we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. Service, repair, diagnostics, networking, upgrades, system and data recovery, all your computer needs. Our prices are low and our customer service is the best. You won't get help from the big box or online. Come see the professionals at PCs Unlimited.
It's hard to believe, but we're wrapping up the regular season, the regular high school football season tonight on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Green Canyon playing host to Skyview, yep, just down the road from each other. This is a pretty good rivalry, and there's a lot riding on this game. Green Canyon, with a win, probably stays in the realm of getting a first-round bye. With a loss, they may have to play in the first round of the playoffs next week. Skyview, if they get a win, they take over sole possession of second place in Region 11 and probably go in as the number 2 seed in from Region 11. But if they lose, they end up in a three-way tie for that second place spot with Green Canyon. A lot riding on this one. Green Canyon is banged up, and Coach JT Tauili playing a lot of youngsters in this one today. They're going to get a big test against a very good Skyview Bobcats team.
Today, where's the beef? Means something different. Some use beef frozen from far away. But Wendy's believes the juiciest hamburgers are made from fresh beef, raised right here. Land of the beef, home of the deliciously different Dave's Double.
I talked to Coach JT Tauili from the Green Canyon a little bit earlier, and I was asking him about this rivalry. These two schools, they split off from Skyview to create two schools just a few years ago. I said, this is Skyview, probably your biggest rival, right? He said, well, they're a pretty big rival. He said, but Ridgeline's also a very big rivalry. He said, you know, we got that Ridgeline rivalry game out of the way. That was very emotional. He said, I'm hoping that this one against Skyview is a little more businesslike tonight because there's a lot riding on this game. They hope to have a first-round bye at home in the playoffs, and a win would solidify that. They have a lot of hurt players, and he said, you know, we're starting to get healthy, but I'd like to kind of keep some of those youngsters that have stepped up for us on the field for another week and let some of those other players have a chance to have a couple of weeks to heal up and be ready to go for the playoffs. We'll see what happens tonight as Green Canyon takes on Skyview on the Game of the Week.
Say the word base.
Over the period of time, my hearing became worse and worse.
Over the course of the years, I developed a hearing loss, and I would not be able to hear my employees talk to me sometimes.
For Paul Dings and Cache Valley's integrity, his character, his background, his equipment, I would recommend him to anyone for a hearing aid specialist.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Hello and welcome to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Eric Olson along with you tonight as we wind up the regular season with a hot rivalry here in the north end of Cache Valley. Skyview visiting Green Canyon. And a game with a lot of implications for Green Canyon. If they get a win, they're almost assured a spot in the bye column, a first-round bye next week, which would be imperative for them as they have tons of injuries, guys that are right on the cusp of coming back, some that have been cleared to play but don't know how much we'll see them tonight. It's really bitten Green Canyon over the last half of the season. Still, they've worked their way out to a 6-2 record, 3-2. in region. If they lose, they could fall out of that first round bye and have to play next week, although it will likely be a home game. For Skyview, they started off a little bit rough, and since then the only team that's ever been able to touch them is Ridgeline. And the Bobcats looking to keep that up, take over second place. In Region 11, all to themselves would be a three-way tie. And that doesn't really mean much for playoffs like it used to. It's just more bragging rights. Because now it's the RPI that decides what your playoff seeding will be. We'll talk about that, where everybody is in the RPI as the game goes on. This one's going to be fielded by Pabst. Pabst takes it across the 20 out to about the 22, 23-yard line. And that's where Green Canyon takes over, led by Peyton Wilson. 73% passer, 6th in 4A with yards, 1,746 yards. Just about 14 yards per completion, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 18 touchdowns is good for 6th in 4A as far as touchdown passes. Going against a Skyview defense that's given up a lot of points, but that number's a little bit deceiving. They gave up nearly 60 to Orem. That's in one game. And Green Canyon put a bunch of points on them like they put on everybody. Wilson has time, then throws it through the hands of his intended receiver, Johnny. Cooper Johnny, the 6'2 senior, came free late. Wilson looked like he might hop out of there and run the ball, but instead he pushed it downfield and it falls incomplete. Coach Tauila telling me today, you know, at wide receiver and running back, it's going to be by committee tonight. That's where some of those injuries have bitten. Here's their first run. Couple of yards on first down. And it'll be 3rd and long. Selman and Jenkins is who we're probably going to see the most of in the backfield tonight. Although Thane is available, but they want to avoid using him if possible. Martin's in the backfield to block. Wilson unloads right at the sticks. It's Schramm. And they're going to say it's complete. And I think it's good enough for a first down. Looking at where they're spotting it. No indication yet. And there it is, first down. Schramm, the leading receiver on this team. 60 catches, 821 yards, 3rd in 4A yardage-wise, 11 touchdowns for Schramm. And he is as sure-handed as they come. There's Selman, who comes on a little bit late. Handed inside to Jenkins. Jenkins has a nice hole, and he picks up 8 yards on first down. Jenkins, a 5'10 sophomore. Makes it 2nd and short. The sticks still say 3rd down. Now they switch it. But it's 2nd down and short. Pabst and Schramm to this near side. Johnny, the receiver, to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield with Wilson. He's going to fake the give and then try to throw the quick slant. And the ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage, as is Wilson, by Satili Palmer. Palmer came off the edge, got his hands on, and now it's 3rd and 1. They were looking for Johnny on that quick little slant. He had the inside leverage, but Palmer knocked it down. Edelmeyer to this near side. In fact, 2 receivers each side. Wilson's hit, ball comes out. They're going to say that it's Green Canyon football. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass, that his hand was going forward. If it's an incomplete pass, then they can't spot it right there. They got to spot it clear back up at the line of scrimmage. They're spotting it back at the 35-yard line. So what's the call? The head official is saying incomplete pass. Now they're going to move it up. So it's going to be 4th and 1. And Green Canyon bringing the punting team on. So it was 2nd down and 1, and Green Canyon goes to the air twice. Both times the ball's knocked down, and everybody up for Skyview. Coming after it. Green Canyon kicks it away. It's returnable, but Edelmeyer's there for the tackle, immediately taking down Lincoln Valley. So Skyview's offense takes over at the 26-yard line, led by Jack Clark. 53% is Clark, 1,753 yards, 16 yards per completion, 22 touchdowns, good for 4th and 4, 7 interceptions for Clark. Liam Guthrie is his number 1 target. Guthrie, number 24. Clark comes out firing. Ball's on the turf. Black jerseys on it. Green Canyon football. 7-yard gain on 1st down, but then they strip the receiver. And the Bobcats turn it over on their first play. Green Canyon back in business. Defense was their identity so much last year. It took them all the way to the state finals. And remember, that path started in Smithfield with an upset of the number 1 Skyview Bobcats. You know, Skyview, their players have come back. They haven't forgotten about that. No gain for Jenkins. They would like to exact some measure of revenge for that. A lot of players gone from that team. Brevin Egbert got hurt in that game. He wasn't 100% really coming in, and then got things aggravated, and he was one of the best, if not the best, running back in 4A, and he was really the piston that made that Skyview offensive engine go last year, and Green Canyon able to shut Skyview down in that one. Wilson's going to keep it. He's their leading rusher. Fakes inside and then bumps it outside for a gain of about 4. Wilson, that's his 82nd carry on the season, 355 yards, averaging about 4.3 per carry. 4 touchdowns on the season for number 1. And now it's 3rd and 6 after the turnover. The ball at the 31-yard line of Skyview, 8:42 to play in the first quarter. No score at Green Canyon. Wilson, clean pocket, unloads, has a man. It's a 1st down at the 19-yard line. 12 yards to Schramm. Green Canyon 2 for 3 on 3rd downs in the early going. And a new set of downs for the Wolves. Inside the Skyview 20. Selman, the running back, with Wilson. Wilson gonna roll to the far side, has to pull it down. Now he unloads it, has a receiver, had to make an adjustment, and he comes back and catches it. 13 yards for pass. That's what Wilson brings you. Just as a defender, it drives you nuts because he's always extending plays and using his legs to keep things alive. And he'll take sacks and he'll lose some yardage sometimes, and then other times he does that. He sets his team up with a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line of Skyview. Swing it out quickly. Blockers out in front of the running back, who swings out from the backfield. Inside the 5 goes Hawks. Excuse me, that's Thane. Hawk's not playing tonight. He's down there in a jersey with no pads. He's one of those guys that's part of the MASH unit that this Green Canyon team has been the last 3 or 4 weeks. 2nd and goal just inside the 5-yard line, a gain of about 2. Now 2 backs again. Selman and Jenkins. Handed to Jenkins, looking for an opening, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. That was actually Martin on the carry. Number 10 and not number 40. Baxter Martin. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 5. And if you're the Green Canyon coaching staff, you're already thinking, all right, is this 4-down territory? Do we have to punch it in? Skyview scores points, but so does Green Canyon, averaging 30 points per game. Wilson stands in. Time running out. Got a man in the end zone. Wilson finds him. Touchdown, Green Canyon. Thane came free late. Wilson bailed out of the pocket and found him for the 4-yard score. And the turnover by Skyview proves costly. They give up points. With Tanner Holt on for the PAT. It's up and good with 6:08 to play in the first period. And a full moon rising over the mountains to the east of us. It's Green Canyon 7, Skyview 0. Well, if the football season's winding down, that means we must be getting late into October. Yeah, we're in the second half of October. It means Halloween's coming up. That's all great. But if it's Halloween time, that means it's time for Christmas stuff. You bet it's time for Christmas stuff. And you know, they've got great holiday decor inspiration at Anderson Seed and Garden. Right downtown. Decorated trees, lights, and more. Come on in and enjoy all their amazing deals and ideas. Check out their website at AndersonSeedandGarden.com. Anderson Seed and Garden, a Game of the Week sponsor. Westfield's at Ridgeline in other action tonight. Bear River will be at Logan tomorrow night. Mountain Crest has the week off. Flag flies as the ball kicked out of bounds. Skyview will start it in good field position after the turnover and the touchdown drive. Sitting in a hole, 7-0. 6:08 to play here in this first quarter in North Logan. Green Canyon averaging 30 points per game, 32 points per game in region. They give up 16, but in region they give up almost 21 points per game. Conversely, Skyview scoring 31.5 and giving up 30.5 on the season, but in region play it's a little bit different. They average about 34 points per ball game in scoring, and they give up 23. And the bulk of those points, again, came in that Ridgeline game. Morgan, Spanish Fork, and Ridgeline, the teams that have beaten Skyview, they've played a tough schedule. Clark gets rid of it. Had a 5-yard gain. Cooper Karen with the catch and the run. Clark's going to unload again, throws a little behind his receiver. Nice job to make the adjustment and pick up 14 yards. That was Ballard. That was a great adjustment because that one was a little bit behind Ballard. And Clark starts the game 3 for 3. One running back with Clark. He's going to turn and hand it off. A gain of 5 on first down. That was Stokes. And just like that, Skyview at the Green Canyon 41-yard line. Stokes going to motion out. They're going to throw the little screen behind 3 receivers there to Stokes. Stokes puts his head down, picks up 7. Clark hands it off to Stokes. He's trying to bounce it outside, nowhere to go. Wheatley brings him down after no gain. Wheatley, 71 tackles on the season, 10th in 4A, the leading tackler on this Green Canyon defense. Now 2nd and long for the first time on this possession for Skyview. They trail 7-0, 4:08 to play in this first quarter. This is their second possession. They ran 1 play on their last possession, fumbled. Throwing that out is Clark. He's got Karen. Karen hauls it in, stays on his feet. He's finally flung down after a gain of about 9. 3rd and short. Skyview quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark it as a 3rd and 2. Stokes, not much, but he got enough for the first down. He needed 2. He got closer to 4.
On the tackle, number 6, Owen Godfrey. Plays good for Skyview, first down.
So the Bobcats keep it rolling. As they approach the red zone, they're about the 22-yard line. Clark, another completion as he swings it out quickly. The receiver hauled down at the 15-yard line. That was Ballard. 7 yards for Ballard. And Skyview not slowing down. Quickly, they hand it to Stokes. Stokes has a big hole. He's down to the 5-yard line and to the 4 before they finally bring him down. He's got 11, and it's 1st and goal. 4 carries, 20 yards for Stokes. 1st and goal just inside the 5-yard line. Give it to Stokes again. He's cut down at the 1.
Xander Stokes again on the carry. First there for Green Canyon, number 22.
Tight splits, everybody up. Hand it to Stokes. Bounces it off to his right, and they're going to say he's down before he gets into the end zone. 3rd and goal.
22 on the carry again, Xander Stokes.
Third and goal from the 1-yard line. 2:20 to play in the quarter. Plenty of time on the play clock. 15 as it counts down. Handed off to Stokes. Caught from behind. Did they bring him down before he broke the plane of the goal? Both officials running in and spotting him short of the goal line. So it's 4th and goal. Clark's just going to keep it. Everybody pushes forward. And that's a touchdown.
That play is good for a Skyview touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to get all the trucks in a row and ride or die up in behind them all. That's what they did. So Skyview a PAT away from the equalizer here, from equalizing the score at 7. That was Clark who kept it. Green Canyon made him go to 4th down after having 1st and goal at the 4. The Bobcats able to punch it in on 4th down. PAT's good. We're knotted up at 7 with 1:44 to play in the first quarter. From Green Canyon, you're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. The Logo Shop's motto is we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. Well, what kinds of stuff, you say? I don't know. How about bags for school, bags for your laptop, shopping, business? How about your drinkware, coffee cups, mugs, water bottles, thermoses? How about all your little techno items, speakers, power banks, your mouse, flash drives, anything that's on your desk, pens, notebooks, sticky notes. Heck, even your blankets and throws. I'm seeing plenty of those down in the crowd tonight. Beach blankets, Sherpa blankets, picnic blankets. Yeah, you name it, they can put a logo on it. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. Skyview going 65 yards on the scoring drive and then punching it in, the quarterback keeper by Clark on 4th and goal from inside the 1. Clark starts the game 6 for 6 and 49 yards.
Jameson's kick is in the end zone for a touchback.
Ball goes into the end zone.
Green Canyon will have a 1st and 10 on their own 20
Brannick Jameson kicking it away. Third possession of this first half, third possession of this quarter for Green Canyon. They took the opening kickoff, had to punt it away, and then Skyview fumbled and they got the ball right back. So Skyview, after the Green Canyon score after the fumble, had their second possession and marched right down the field, all tied up at 7. Here's Wilson going up top, has Schramm, and it's through his hands. It's not Schramm. Look out for the table. It is Schramm. Looked like it might be 9, but it was 8. Only the second incompletion for Wilson. That's one of the differences this year in this Green Canyon team. They still play solid defense. Their defense maybe not quite as good as last year, but their offense is a lot better than last year. Here's Wilson across the 40, still on his feet. Look out, he's looking for the sideline. He stopped just shy of midfield. 27 yards. I asked Coach Ely about the offense and their production this year, and he said, hey, this is their second year in it. They understand and know this offense. They, meaning it's offensive players. Jenkins with a good run on first down, picking up about 5. 3 carries, 13 yards for Micah Jenkins, the sophomore. Sam Selman, another sophomore, into the ballgame now, 37 with Jenkins. We've seen a lot of sophomores in the Valley really making some noise. There's going to be some pretty good football going on up here for a bit. Wilson steps in, finds Schramm. Schramm across the 40, puts his shoulder down and takes it down to the 33-yard line. 14 yards and a first down. 3 catches, 35 yards for Schramm. And Green Canyon moving it again against the 3-down lineman for Skyview. They're bringing 3 and dropping the rest. Wilson's going to keep. Look out. Down he goes. Getting there first, big double nickel, Gavin Reed, another sophomore. He puts him down along with Satili Palmer. And a 4-yard loss for Wilson. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're all tied up at Green Canyon. Skyview and Green Canyon sitting even at 7 on the Game of the Week. Well, we like to have fun with our music here and our bumpers in and out on the Valley Channel. And this is Bowie, isn't it? Yeah, Fame. So if you're old enough to know what this is, that means, you know, you're getting around a certain age, you're worried about your hearing, because you probably listened to this pretty loud when you were a kid. Well, if you want to improve your life and the lives of those around you with today's hearing aid technology, go see Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. He'll customize a hearing program just for you. Don't miss out on the joys of life because you can't hear. Call Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology for an appointment today. I mentioned this is our last regular season broadcast before the playoffs get started. As this game goes on, we'll kind of take a look at the RPI and what the matchups are kind of looking like, but the thing is they can change, right? Those matchups can change depending on what happens here tonight and tomorrow night with teams playing. You get an RPI score based on your record, your opponent's record, your opponent's record. And the better your score, the higher your seeding. Right now in 4A, Ridgeline is number 1. Shocker. Wilson rolling out. He's got running room if he wants it. He does. Tucking the ball in, has a couple of blocks. Down near the 20-yard line before he's finally slung down. 17 yards for Wilson. Wilson averaging 11 yards a carry, 4 carries, 44 yards. One of those carries was the sack that he took, and that was a 4-yard loss. That one, 17 yards. And it's 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of Skyview. Here's the give to Jenkins. Jenkins picking up 4. Senior night here in North Logan. They honored the seniors and their parents before the game. For most of these guys, this is going to be it. Some of them, a journey it's been, you know, maybe 10 years as they've played from Little League on. Wilson in some trouble, steps out, gets by the guy they put on him to spy him and gets down to the 9-yard line. 7 yards, and it looks like it's going to be 1st and goal. Skyview looked like they had a linebacker that was supposed to be spying Wilson as he stepped up and escaped out the front of the pocket. That linebacker came up. Wilson put a move on him. And Wilson makes it 1st and goal from the 9. 7-7 with 10:45 to play in the first half. Green Canyon looking to retake the lead. Linebackers coming. They turn and hand it off. Jenkins picks up a couple.
On the tackle, number 26, Dean Phillips.
Phillips with the tackle for Skyview. Skylar Murdoch, 7th in 4A in tackling, has 80 on the season. He's their leading tackler. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. The 2 sophomore running backs in there. Pabst and Schramm to the far side, one receiver to this near side. They look to the near side, does Wilson. Now he's waiting, back of the end zone to Pabst. And the coverage was there. Alex Dickey was right in Pabst's face. Schramm was coming open late across the back of the end zone, but that clock was ticking in Wilson's head, and he had to just let it fly. 3rd and goal. 6 of 9 now for Wilson on the night. 55 yards and a touchdown. Just over 2 minutes into this second period, tied at 7. Wilson, clean pocket, Fires to the back of the end zone and through the hands of his intended receiver. It was Pabst again. It was a little long, and he couldn't quite haul it in. 4th down. And they keep the offense out. Maybe this Green Canyon staff thinking, look, we got to score touchdowns against this Skyview team. 4th and goal from the 7-yard line for Green Canyon. Linebackers coming. They pick it up. Wilson steps into a sack. Jace Lillywhite takes Wilson down, and Green Canyon turns it over on downs, and Wilson's still down. And they cannot afford to lose number 1. He got flung down to the ground hard as they wrapped him up and then turned and slung him down. And he's slow to head to the sideline. A loss of 10 for Wilson. Skyview gets the ball back. 9:46 to play in the half. Tied up at 7. Guthrie, the receiver, to the near side, 2 to the far side. Stokes in the backfield with Clark. Hand it off to Stokes. Stokes carrying a couple of blockers, or excuse me, would-be tacklers for 3 yards as he follows his blockers. It's not cold enough for my tongue to be seizing up like that. Usually by this game, we're standing out in a snowstorm. I'm glad it wasn't on Friday night this week, because that's what's expected. Hand it to Stokes. As he picked up 4 on 1st down, he picks up 3 or 4 more here on 2nd down, 3rd and short. Nine carries, 30 yards for Double Deuce. Stokes on 3rd and 1. They're going to give it to him again. He's cut down right at the 25-yard line, but he has enough steam going to get to the 26 and pick up a 1st down. I don't know if that was Stokes or Bird. That looked like it might be Dylan Bird. Regardless, it's a 1st down. 3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. And Bird in the backfield with Clark, who started this game 6 of 6. Keep it on the ground.
Skyview ball carrier number 6, Dylan Bird.
A couple of yards for Bird.
Number 10, Baxter Martin. Gave it a couple on the play, brings up a 2nd and 7.
Skyview quickly to the line of scrimmage. If you watch Stansbury play, this offense will be familiar to you. Coach Eric Alder, a new coach at Skyview, spent the last few years at Stansbury. In most offenses, the running game is paramount, but when you get the running game humming in this offense, in Alder's offense, it is a hard offense to slow down. 3rd and 4. Bird's going to go in motion. They look at him, now they look upfield, nothing there. Get it up high to Bird, and he has a little trouble with it. And making sure he doesn't come down with it is Krebs, Caden Krebs, the senior, putting a hit on him so that he can't get it off the bounce, and it's 4th down. Clark's 1st incompletion. As you watched what was going on there, the receivers that were out that way were all running different. One's going inside, one's running kind of a medium, and one's taken off, and then they brought the running back that way as well as kind of the safety valve. Well, Green Canyon had done a good job covering downfield, so Clark put it out there for a safety valve. He put it a little bit high, and it would have been tough sledding for him to get enough for a 1st down. Pabst is going to take it on the bounce. Gains a couple. And Green Canyon will take over at their own 34-yard line. 7:24 to play in this 1st half. We're tied at 7. Skyview knocked out of the first round of the playoffs as the #1 seed last year at home in the quarterfinals by Green Canyon, the Green Canyon team that went all the way to the title game off of that, the momentum from that win. And Skyview, I'm sure, wanting to get that taste out of their mouth. It's been brewing for almost a year. They're in a dogfight right now. Wilson was slow to get up on the last carry of the last drive, and he looks just fine on that run as he picks up close to 10. See if they move the sticks. They are going to move the sticks, so Wilson picks up 10. 7 carries, 51 yards now for Wilson. 72 yards rushing as a team for Green Canyon. Hand it off to Jenkins. He gets ahead of steam and picks up 7. Second and 4 as Green Canyon once again in Skyview territory at the 49. 3 receivers to the far side. Schramm at the top of your screen. Looks like Edelmayer is the lone receiver to this near side. Jenkins in the backfield. Across the middle. First down. 5 yards. Tonight. 7 of 11 for 60 yards and a touchdown for Wilson. Schramm has 35 of those yards on 3 catches. Thane has the touchdown grab. 2 catches for 7 for Thane. 2 other receivers with 1 catch. Linebackers coming. They give it to Schramm. Schramm slung out of bounds. 5-yard gain. Second and 5. So that time Skyview had their 3 down linemen and they brought both backers, middle and that left side backer. This time they're dropping him. Wilson, they bring pressure late. Wilson looks to the middle, nearly picked off, but then caught on the tip drill by Knight. 28 yards. The defender was there. He was right there. It looked like he was going to pick it off, but there were 4 hands in there fighting for that ball, and it bounced out into Knights. So Jenkins moves up into the saddlebag of Wilson. Jenkins stepping up to block. Wilson, clean pocket in front of him. Now he goes down. Flag comes in.
Ball carrier number 1, Peyton Wilson. On the tackle, number 26, Dean Phillips. There is a flag on the play.
Wilson goes down right about the line of scrimmage, and they call an illegal use of the hands on Skyview. Green Canyon yet to be penalized in this one. So hands to the face. Somebody had hands up in the face mask. Now they called it on Skyview, but then they just backed it up and marked it off against Green Canyon. Now they turn it around and go the other way. Just had to watch there and make sure they hadn't pointed the wrong direction on the call. It is against Skyview, so it puts the ball at the 6-yard line. Green Canyon was down here just a few minutes ago and couldn't get into the end zone. Skyview kept them out. Now it's 1st and goal at the 6. And the far side official blowing his whistle. And they're coming in, and what are they looking at? thought maybe they were talking tonight. There's been an emphasis this year on some of the things. Players will wear like these little things around their knees, just below their kneecap, and they'll write things on them and stuff. And you're not supposed to do that. And this year they had an emphasis on that. Handed to Jenkins, got an opening, smacked right around the 3-yard line. He picked up 3, and then he was walloped. Couldn't tell who it was that made the tackle, but he was hit hard, was Jenkins. 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. Clock running and 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this first half. Now 2 backs in the backfield with Wilson. See if they get him on the move and make him a double threat. He's going to throw it. Far side throw to Schramm. Takes it out of the air for a touchdown. The defensive back was there. That's the 2nd time on this drive that Skyview defensively has defended well. And the Green Canyon players have just made the plays. Schramm, 6'1", just reached up and took it away as it went right out of the fingertips of the Skyview defensive back. 3:58 to play in the first half. Green Canyon punches it in to take a 14-7 lead on the game of the week. Is there a budding musician inside of you somewhere? Do you just know that the music is in you waiting to get out? Well, check out KSM Music at 50 West, 400 North in Logan. They offer lessons for a wide range of instruments, including guitar, bass, drums, piano, ukulele, and more. Sales, service, lessons, KSM Music, a Game of the Week sponsor. Green Canyon's offense clicking here in this first half. 14 points to show for it as Skyview able to keep them out of the end zone a moment ago on their last drive, but on this most recent one, they were able to punch it in on 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. They went to the air to do it. Peyton Wilson doing it with his arms and legs. 10 of 14, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, and 7 carries for 51 yards on the ground for Wilson. Jack Clark back out and try to match him. He's 6 of 7 for 49 yards. Stokes 9 carries for 30 yards. The Bobcats on their first possession marched it right down and put it in. Well, on their second possession, on their first, they fumbled it. Now they're going to put it in Clark's hands. Clark's got a man, it's Guthrie. He has to wait for it, and then it's knocked away. Edelmeyer was playing catch-up, and he got there. Guthrie had to wait just a little bit. Clark was just a little late with the throw, and so Guthrie had to wait a little bit. It gave the defender a chance to make up the difference and to knock it away. Quickly out to the edge. Green Canyon's there after about a 4-yard gain by Kara. It's 3rd down again for Skyview. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 near side, looks like Guthrie. Stokes in motion. Guthrie running deep downfield. Karen has to move off of his spot. Now his protection breaks down. Man running free, and he catches it at the 40-yard line. 40 yards on 3rd and long. Ballard comes up with it. Clark hung that up there. He put air under it, and it didn't look like he was going to get there before the defender did. And Ballard went up in the air and high-pointed that thing and pulled it down. Clark Steps in. Guthrie. Touchdown. 40 yards. Back-to-back 40-yard plays by the Bobcats to make it a 14-13 ball game. And there's a Green Canyon player down in the end zone. They've had so many injuries this second half of this season, and you hate to see it any time, especially these young players, especially the kids that are seniors. And you only get so many games, so many plays. He's one of those defensive backs that was in there that went down, and he's up and coming off now. That's Thane. He got a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up. He's one of those guys that missed some time and working his way back. Green Canyon looked like they had Skyview flustered. They had him in 3rd and long, and then back-to-back 40-yard plays puts him in the end zone. And we're tied at 14 with 3 minutes to play in the first half on the game of the week. Hey, do you like Wendy's? Boy, I sure do. I like breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Wendy's. Whether you're hungry for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, there's more than one way to get Wendy's delivered. You can start your delivery order straight from their app. If you don't have their app, go get it. Or you can head to any of their official third-party partners like DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, and Uber Eats, so you can get your Wendy's favorites from your favorite delivery app anytime you want. And the only thing better than eating Wendy's is earning more Wendy's while you eat. And that's what Wendy's Rewards are all about. Get the app, sign up today, and make eating at your favorite restaurant even better. Wendy's, a Game of the Week sponsor. It's not a mistake to get that app. It's a smart thing to do. Pabst is going to take this one at the 5. Pabst. Up the middle, stays on his feet, out near the 30-yard line of Green Canyon. Will take the field in a tie ball game, 14-14, 2:52 to play in the half. Skyview will get the ball to start the second half. Both defenses have made some plays. Both offenses have made some plays. It's been an enjoyable first half here in North Logan. The top half of Region 11, I really think, can make some noise in the playoffs. Ridgeline, Skyview, Green Canyon, Mountain Crest, all of them solid ball clubs. Schramm digs that one out, 8 yards and a first down. 51 yards on 6 catches for Schramm and a touchdown. Wilson has Jenkins in with him. He's going to hand it off. Jenkins hit right at the line of scrimmage and then bounces off forward to the 40, and they're going to move the sticks. 8 carries, 31 yards for the sophomore running back. Schramm at the top of your screen. Always have to know where number 8 is. They give it to number 40 though. It's Jenkins. Jenkins was hemmed up at the line of scrimmage, and he's able to work his way forward, though, for almost 4 yards. Looked like they had him for no gain, and you look up, and he's picked up 4 yards. 1:35 to play in this first half. Wilson bailing out now. He's going to sprint for the far sideline. Has the first down, has some more. Steps out of bounds inside the 40.
Wilson for the race. The play is good for Green Canyon, first down.
Now they're going to say he stepped out at the 41, 16 yards for Wilson. He's up to 67 yards rushing, and he stepped out of bounds to stop the clock. 3 timeouts in Green Canyon's pocket. Now they bring the 3 wide look to this side with Schramm at the bottom of your screen. Always got to keep an eye on 8. Wilson's got running room. Holds it to the last minute. Finds Knight down to the 32, a pickup of 9.
Number 47, Kobe Knight. On the tackle for Skyview, number 8, Skyler Murdoch. Gain of 9 brings up a second and 1.
Clock slides under a minute to play. Green Canyon hanging on to those timeouts. Give it to Martin. Martin bounces it off the right side, and he's down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 6. And now Green Canyon will use one of those timeouts. 51 seconds to play in the first half. 1st and 10 from the Skyview 25 for Green Canyon in a 14-14 ball game on the game of the week. Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. Custom fence. They've been swinging for the fences. Well, they make the fences that you've been swinging for. They make every sort of fence. Great big installations like airports and prisons, all the way down to your backyard fence. Custom Fence had their humble beginnings right here in Cache Valley. Visit CustomFence.com for a quote today. Custom Fence, a Game of the Week sponsor. Ridgeline number 1 in the RPI, your RPI top 10 looking like this. Ridgeline, Provo, Crimson Cliffs, the defending champs. Spanish Fork, then Skyview number 5, Park City, and then Green Canyon. Round out your top 8. Desert Hills and Stansbury. Rounding out your top 10. Green Canyon looking to stay in that top 8 and secure a first round bye. First down at the 25. Wilson, a lot of time. Great job by the big hoggies up front for Green Canyon. Knight. Looking like he's got himself a first down. That is a first down.
The play is good for Green Canyon, first down.
And they said he went out of bounds, so they stopped the clock for 42 seconds to play in the half, and it's 1st and 10 at the Skyview 14-yard line. Wilson's been sacked a couple of times. And now they bring some linebackers. Throws the quick out to Edelmeyer. Steps out of bounds and gains about 5.
Wilson's pass complete to number 42, Cody Edelmeyer.
Edelmeyer's first completion or reception. And they kept the clock running. Even though he ran out of bounds, they kept the clock running. So Green Canyon has to burn a timeout. 2nd and 6 from the 11-yard line. With 28 seconds to play in the first half. If you remember when bread was made naturally, you need to go visit the Old Grist Mill because they bring back that tradition. Go on in, try a free slice of hot bread, and you'll taste the difference right away. Been proudly serving Cache Valley for decades. The Old Grist Mill, Logan's home for quality bread and more. Old Grist Mill. Again, we made the joke a little earlier about, hey, start thinking about the holidays. It's a great Christmas gift, a basket of breads, jams, and such from Old Grist Mill. Go get one. Bring it to me. I'll gladly take care of it for you. Second and 6 from the 11-yard line. So Green Canyon can pick up a first down, but there's only 28 ticks left on the first half clock, and they have one timeout. Wilson stands in. Wilson gets rid of it. Underneath, has a man. First and goal at the 3-yard line, a 7-yard gain for Johnny. And it stops the clock. First and goal. Ball at the 2. 22 seconds to play in the half. And one timeout for Green Canyon. 2 running backs. You got enough time and you got a timeout. Do you put it on the ground here? Because you're not worried about it now. They're going to give it to Martin. Martin steps outside, back inside, touchdown. Impressive drive by Green Canyon as they punch it in with 18 seconds to play in the first half. Their 4-minute offense working like a charm. They regain the lead. Kicks through. 21-14. Green Canyon leads Skyview with 17 seconds to play in the first half on the Game of the Week. Hey, if you've got a party coming up, Halloween's coming up, you having a Halloween party, and you're wondering what can we do? What can we do to cater this thing? Well, we can call the Factory Pizzeria. Yeah, they've got, obviously, their pizzas, but they've got 6-foot sandwiches, they've got salad trays, and more, all available for catering at the Factory Pizzeria, a Game of the Week sponsor. This is Jackson 5, dude. Why would I not know this one? See, the producer and I, we got this game going back and forth. When I can guess it right, I get $1. When I can't, he gets $1. I think so far he's probably winning. I think he's winning 300 to 280, something like that. This kick's going to go into the end zone. See if Skyview takes a shot with 17 seconds left in the half, or if they just take a knee, get to the locker room, and come back out for the second half, because they get the ball to start the second half. You wouldn't want to turn the ball over deep in your own territory, but I don't know. Skyview aggressive offensively, and they can get down the field in a hurry, as witnessed on their last touchdown drive. They went 80 yards in 2 plays. They're going to hand it off to Stokes. Stokes got running room. He picks up 15 yards, and Skyview is going to take a timeout. Stokes now with 45 yards on 10 carries. No land of confusion for Skyview. They know exactly what they're doing. Down 21-14. 12 seconds left in the first half. I chatted with Coach JT Taili of Green Canyon about what the win would do. He did talk about the bye being important. He said, but you know, a win tonight against Skyview would be really important for our culture, our morale, and our health. To run that bye into it, you get 10 days off. more than that, so they could use it. Clark gonna step up. He's got a big arm, and Guthrie's out there. Guthrie nearly hauls it in. A lot of contact. Here comes the flag. I was surprised I didn't see one. It took the official a minute. He was fishing for it. That back judge was fishing for it in his pocket, and that's why it came out so late. Clark's got the arm to reach the end zone from here. This is going to put it up at about the 50-yard line, and it's the first penalty against Green Canyon in the half. Guthrie still had a chance to catch that. Clark's got the arm to reach the end zone from here. Guthrie has the wheels to get there. And we talk about Guthrie. But Ballard and Karen have been having themselves a pretty good half as well. 6 seconds to play in this first half. 21-14 Green Canyon. They're bringing 4 after Clark, and Clark's going to have to bail out. Slides down with 1 second to play. Do they get the timeout before the clock runs down? You could see the Skyview staff running out to call timeout just as Clark slid down after a gain of about 7. And are they going to give him the timeout? You can probably hear the Green Canyon fans down below us saying it should be 0, but I think they're going to put 1 second on the clock. They are. And the Wolves are howling about that one. They don't like that. He looked like, as he got into that slide and got down, I look at the clock, I see a second, then I see on the far sideline the Skyview coaches were right with that official on the sideline calling for that timeout. So now again, you're at the 44-yard line. Clark's got the arm to put that down there. Let's see what they call. Let's see if Green Canyon, instead of giving Clark time to get his receivers all the way downfield, let's see if they send maybe an extra rusher. They look like they've got 3 up. Let's see what they do with Wheatley. Wheatley's going to step outside and come off the far edge. Last play of the half, barring a penalty. Clark steps up, goes down. Flags fly after the play. Clark sacked for a 7-yard loss. We'll see what the flag is before we step aside. But I think they're sending both the teams off. It's going to be post play, and they'll take it on the second half kickoff. And ahead to halftime, Green Canyon leading Skyview 21-14 on the game of the week.
You have to love what you do in order to put yourself 100% into it. When I was in the hospital for several weeks, I always said to myself, while I am here, I can do what I want, and I want to do what I can.
He had an arteriovascular malformation. It was in the part of the brain that deals with vision. When we went to the hospital and they did a CAT scan, they immediately saw that it was quite serious.
It was very scary for a while. I couldn't see from the side. It seemed like I'd lost all my peripheral vision.
There's nothing worse than seeing your child sick in the hospital. There's nothing worse. But I think it really helped to define him. Because of this vision cut, he felt like he had blinders on. It gave him the drive and the desire to look more broadly in everything that he does.
Tennis really came about from that, because tennis was one of the few sports that I was cleared to play. I just hit hundreds and maybe even thousands of balls that summer. If you try your best, then no one can ever knock you for anything.
After each match, when he would lose, he'd get in the car and he'd say, "When's the next tournament?" He was less afraid to fail in other things he did, whether it was playing a new instrument or trying to launch this very ambitious fundraising campaign.
Sort of relates to the fire within, or the hunger, the desire to do something.
Patrick has that hunger within him, never be satisfied, to always keep striving for more.
All these kids have passion for something, and that's what they're really showing the world.
We're living now, so we need to make the most of it now.
Some people take it upon themselves to be great.
Yeah.
I think Patrick is one of those people. I don't think he's setting out, I want to be great. I think he's setting out, I want to be a good person. I want to make a difference.
Greatness has to do with how big of an impact you've had on the community and other people.
This guy can do anything out there.
Gauging my best is not actually possible, but just knowing that I can continually push myself and hopefully reach that best is what I'm trying to do.
Because I know nothing about gardening, but they do, and they're more than happy to coach me through it and tell me what to do, and I'm so excited. My favorite things at Anderson are the flowers and the decorations. I love those, especially at Christmas time.
Over the period of time, my hearing became worse and worse.
over the course of the years, I developed a hearing loss, and I would not be able to hear my employees talk to me sometimes.
For Paulding's and Cache Valley's integrity, his character, his background, his equipment, I would recommend him to anyone for a hearing aid specialist.
So, you bought your computer from one of those big box stores, or online, and now it's really slow, or just not working right.
Target acquired.
PCs Unlimited can fix it. Fixing computers is what we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. Service, repair, diagnostics, networking, upgrades, system and data recovery, all your computer needs. Our prices are low and our customer service is the best. You won't get help from the big box or online. Come see the professionals at PCs Unlimited.
I shop at Anderson's because they have friendly service and they have a great selection, and I like their prices, and it's just fun to walk through their store. My favorite thing in Anderson's is all the variety of flowers in the spring and summer, and in the winter, all their Christmas decorations. I really like Anderson's.
People used to ask, "Where's the beef?" And Wendy's always had the answer. But now,
where's the beef?
Means something different because some use beef frozen from as far away as Australia.
What's wrong with Australia?
But if you ask Wendy's, the juiciest hamburgers are made with beef raised
right here
to get here so fast it never needs to be frozen, unlike some other ones. Funny, the beef is close by. Next day, single and double, so deliciously different. Score one for the guys without cool accents.
Student body. Thank you again, Green Canyon Marching Band.
Welcome back to Green Canyon High School. 21-14 Green Canyon leading Skyview at the half on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. I'm Eric Olson along with you tonight for this, our final regular season game of the 2024 high school football season. Yeah, where did 10 weeks go? I don't know, but it came and went. And we had a good first half here tonight. These teams battling it out. Green Canyon with 112 yards on the ground, 139 in the air, 251 total. 67 yards rushing for Wilson on 8 carries, so he's averaging just over 8 yards per carry. 9 carries, 35 yards for Jenkins. 139 yards and 2 touchdowns on 15 of 19 for Peyton Wilson. He has been sacked a couple of times. Schramm is number 1 target. 6 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Knight caught 4 passes for 52 yards. And Thane caught the other touchdown. 2 catches for 4 yards and a touchdown for Thane. For Skyview, 54 yards rushing, 133 in the air. So air yards pretty close to the same for these two teams, but the difference is on the ground. Just about double, just over double the yardage for Green Canyon on the ground is for Skyview. Skyview with 54 yards on the ground, 187 total. Stokes 45 yards on 10 carries and a touchdown. Clark got sacked on the last play of the half. He had 1 yard on 3 carries. Bird 3 for 18. Clark 9 of 12, 133 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown a 40-yarder to Liam Guthrie. Ballard 3 catches for 61. Karen 3 for 18. So it's 187 yards total for Skyview, 251 for Green Canyon. Green Canyon got an extra possession in that first half thanks to a Skyview turnover, a fumble on 1 play on their first possession. And that last possession for Green Canyon, they ended up scoring to take this 21-14 halftime lead. Ridgeline was leading Westfield 31-0. Last score we had out of that one was in the second quarter. Remember, there was a penalty in the last play of the first half. It was on Skyview, an unsportsmanlike conduct, something said after the play. And Green Canyon will be kicking from the Skyview 45-yard line. See if they kick it away, or if where they're closer like this, maybe they try a little trickeration here with this kickoff. Now they're just going to go high and short. And fair catch called for and made by Nixon Bohm. And Skyview will take over their first possession of the second half. Ball nose up on the 16-yard line. One thing to look for in that first half, we talked about this Green Canyon team and their injuries. Thane, who's working his way back from an injury, got dinged late in that second quarter. Take a look for him. They were going to try to use him only sparingly tonight. They give it to Stokes. Wheatley grabs on, but Stokes carries him for a couple of yards. Stokes is built low to the ground. He's a powerful runner. Give it to Stokes again. He finds a little bit of an opening off the left side. He's off to the races. They finally track him down. Clear out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 23 for Stokes. 12 carries, 70 yards for Stokes. Xander Stokes, the junior. Clark underneath, has his man, he drops it. Karen fought the ball all the way, and it was a little high, and it was coming at him awfully fast. Karen kind of fighting it, trying to get it down, and he ends up putting it on the turf. He turned back to his quarterback and kind of gave him that hands down gesture, like, slow it down. I was only 15 feet away from you. Hand it off to Stokes. Stokes pushes forward for 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Martin on the tackle.
Brings up to 3rd and 7.
Now we've got an injury, and it looks like it's a cramp. We got the telltale, hey, I've got a cramp going on down there with the player on the ground, and they've got his leg up, pushing the toe forward. 10:48 to play in this third quarter as they attend to the cramping Green Canyon players. Eli Pensmiento works that cramp out. Now he has to come off for a play. Third and 7. Skyview trails by a touchdown. We've just started the second half. 4-man rush. Clark looking for something. Finds Guthrie underneath as he works his way back to the ball. He's going to be about 2 yards shy. Skyview going to go for it. They've got everybody in. Stokes a little late coming on, but plenty of time. 4th and a full 2. If you're Green Canyon, you're being really careful not to jump off sides. 3 down linemen. For Green Canyon, Wheatley creeps up in there along with Wallace. They're going to run it. Clark coming back the other way. He's got the first down if he wants it. He decides to take it, and he's taken down, but not until after he picks up plenty of yardage for that first down. He picks up 7 on 4th down. 4 carries, 8 yards for Clark. And Skyview quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 4-man rush. Clark underneath. Receiver snatches it out of the air. Picks up about 8 before he's finally driven back. Looked like Brady Johnson.
Complete to number 13, Brady Johnson. On the tackle, number 0, Bryson Past. Brings up a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3, and Clark back to pass again. Martin coming after him. Clark unloads. He's got a man in the end zone. It's Guthrie. Touchdown. 36 yards. Great adjustment by Guthrie to find that one in the air and come down with it.
Pass complete to number 24, Liam Guthrie. Play is good for a Skyview touchdown.
4 catches, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns for Guthrie.
He will take the extra point, number 38, Braddock Jamison.
Jamison on for the PAT, or are they going to go for 2? It looks like they're going to kick it, because Jamison is on for the PAT. Not sure what they're waiting for. Oh, we got an injured player. I think it's Guthrie. I noticed him. He's got some sort of wrap or something on one of those shoulders, it looks like. And late in that first half, he took a wallop, and he was lined up to this near side where he was closer to us, and he was, something was a little uncomfortable, and doesn't look very comfortable as he makes his way to the bench on the far sideline. Point after try is good. We're all knotted up at 21 with 8:51 to play in the third quarter on the game of the week. Hey, if you are trying to make a statement, you've got a business or something, you're trying to get that recognition out there, well, with the right branded products, you're not just top of mind, you're part of the adventure. You can boost your brand image, you can connect and communicate with fans, prospects, and customers for lasting impact by having work done at the logo shop. They logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. Some of the other scores we were looking at as we think about RPI and who may be where. Park City's right in front of Green Canyon, and they're in a dogfight near halftime. They were tied with Springville. They're right above Green Canyon. Crimson Cliffs was losing at last check, and we'll check that out throughout the night and see about any of those. As Skyview kicks it off, Pabst has a little bit of an opening. Pabst to the far sideline, or the near sideline, and Pabst works his way up to about the 33-yard line, and Green Canyon will get the ball for the first time in the second half, now finding themselves in a tie ball game. It has been a game of call and response for these two teams. Green Canyon scored first after a Skyview turnover, and Skyview came back and tied it back up. Green Canyon went up 14-7. Skyview tied it back up. Green Canyon went up 21-14 before the half. Skyview just tied it up. And now Green Canyon's offense back on the field. Wilson throws it kind of in between both of his receivers. Not sure if he was looking for Schramm, and the inside receiver Johnny got his hand on it, but it falls incomplete.
Brings up a 2nd and 10.
The run game, the real difference in that first half is Green Canyon was able to run the ball. Most of that was done by their quarterback, Wilson. Wilson on a design keeper. Right up the middle now, he pops outside, out across midfield, spins into Skyview territory, to about the Skyview 47-yard line before he's finally brought down.
He's tackled by number 56, Satili Palmer. He is good for a Green Canyon
14 yards for Wilson. Wilson averaging 9 yards a carry, 81 yards on 9 carries. They just have not had an answer for him, and his legs have kept plays alive too to find open receivers. His offensive line has done a good job tonight. Wilson fires it into Schramm. Schramm inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards and another first down. Skyview runs their offense quickly. Green Canyon's been taking their time, now less than 10 seconds on the play clock. Wilson gets a snap at 4 seconds. Another design quarterback keeper. Still on the move. He's got blockers downfield. Lineman coming down to help him, and he's inside the 20 at about the 16, 17-yard line. 16 yards for Wilson. And he's 3 yards shy of 100 yards. There is a flag. Let's see what the call is. Where's the white hat? He's out at the 25-yard line talking to one of the other officials out in the middle of the field. Now here he comes. Procedure on Green Canyon. That was late. So wipe that play away. That's a long time to talk about a procedure penalty.
Is the indication against Green Canyon.
So instead of a big run and a first down, it's going to take the ball back up to about the 38-yard line. Going to be first down from there. And they blow the play dead again. And Coach Alder, the Skyview coach, is over there hollering about something. I'm wondering at the ball placement too. Are they gonna? What are they? I thought that was at the 33. They took it back to the 38, and it was still 1st and 10. The Skyview coaching staff was hot about something. Now the official from that sideline came over to talk to the white hat. Two of the other officials are talking right now, and the white hat stepping in to talk with them. And that far side official goes back to the Skyview sideline. Now he's bringing something to the group, and they're all going to share which Pokemon they found. So there was a long run, 16-yard run by Wilson. A late flag brought it back, and they called a procedure penalty on Green Canyon. But it was 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 15 where they spotted it. Then they stopped play again as Skyview sideline was really hot about something, and they asked some questions and got play stopped. And now we've been having conversations back and forth. They tell Coach Ta'ili what's going on. And none of the rest of us know. I think they might, because I was wondering about the spot of the ball as well, but I don't know if that's what they're looking for or not. The official's standing over the ball, but it doesn't look like he's going to move it. And Green Canyon's ready to go. So Skyview. Meanwhile, we're busy adjudicating. So the white hat talks to the sideline official over there. He goes back and says something to Skyview. Now they move the football, and I think they got it right, actually, because they called a penalty on Green Canyon, but then they gave them 1st and 10, so they had to back it up. They never backed up the penalty yardage. But I thought the ball was down at the 33 on 1st down, and I think it should be 1st and 15 at the 38. And Green Canyon is now we call them back over. You know, I don't know the finer points of officiating. I just wonder, hey, if that's one, instead of going back and forth, are you able to just call the coaches to the field in the middle and talk with both of them at the same time? Boy, Green Canyon, one of their Green Canyon offense or assistants is hot now. So whatever they're doing, neither side's super happy. Because I swear that ball before that first play was at the 33. Then they spotted it at the 38. They moved the chains because they had moved the chains because of a 1st down. They brought the chains back and spotted where they spotted after the penalty. I think it should be 1st and 15 from the 38 and not 1st and 15 from the 43. Well, they'll figure that one out. In the Deseret News top 5 poll, Ridgeline is number 1 in 4A. Crimson Cliffs has climbed to number 2. Provo up to number 3. Spanish Fork is number 4. Stansbury number 5 in that top 5. We were on track for a pretty quick moving ball game. But I think now, I mean, it should be 1st and 15. I'm not sure that's where it should be from, but it should be 1st and 15, so that's correct. And now Wilson's going to take off again. And he's down to the 34-yard line. Picks up 9. They just really haven't had an answer for Wilson's legs. 10 carries, 90 yards. Again, a quarterback like that is, as a defense, he just drives you nuts. You're waking up in a cold sweat for 3 days after that game. Skyview those 3 down linemen. Now they're bringing linebackers up. Handed to Jenkins, and he is snowed under after a gain of a yard. 3 of 5 on third downs for Green Canyon, and it's now 3rd down and 5. A long 5 or a short 6, depending on how you see that glass. Half empty, half full. Wouldn't be surprised if they get Wilson on the move, make him a dual threat, legs and arm. He's going to go straight back. Now he's going to pop outside, waits, finds Schramm. Simple pitch and catch. From the 33 down to the 21, 12 yards and a 1st down.
On the coverage, number 11, Lincoln Ballard.
8 for 77 for Schramm now. He's Wilson's best friend. Him and those 5 guys in front of him, they've done a good job. Here's Jenkins running right into the back of a couple of his blockers as the Skyview defensive lineman stood him up. And Jenkins keeps his feet churning, picks up 4 yards.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, and Green Canyon continuing to move the ball against this Skyview defense. You really get the feeling that whoever has the ball last will be the team that wins this game. Give it to Jenkins. Got a hole into the secondary down to the 10-yard line and a 1st down. He picks up 7.
Wrapped up on number 18, Cooper Kirk, and number 19, Zachary Axbell.
Boy, the ball is nose on the 10. I think you're looking at 1st and goal. 1st in the entire 30 feet. The Skyview's defense has held defensively once before deep down in here. And now they're called upon to do it again with 5:20 to play in this 3rd quarter in a tie ball game. Handed to Jenkins. Jenkins gets into the line and then backs his way for a couple more yards. Picks up 3.
He's wrapped up in number 56, Satili Palmer. Brings up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 7. Green Canyon not really in much hurry, right? You want to keep that Skyview offense off the field. Because as much trouble as Skyview's defense has had with Green Canyon's offense, the same can be said on the other side. Fake it to Jenkins. Throw it inside to Schramm. Grab it out of the air for 6. Schramm is a really good wide receiver. He's had a couple tonight with the defender. You can't defend it much better. He had half a step on the Skyview defender. The Skyview defender put a body on him as the ball came in. And Schramm reached out and grabbed it right out of the air. And what are they doing? Are they going to go for 2? No, they're going to kick it. All right, you had Wilson coming to the sideline, but they were short a player. They get Holt out there. PAT is up. PAT is good. 28-21. Green Canyon seesaws back into the lead with 4:35 to play in the 3rd on the game of the week. Hey, you got a couple days until it's Big Noon Saturday. Yeah, Big Noon Saturday is always fun when you're a college football fan. Well, did you know if you go online to the Wendy's app, digital exclusive that they have is the $5 Big Noon Saucy Deal. 6-piece saucy nugs, fries, and a drink for just $5. Pick it up or have it delivered and be ready to watch the game that you want to watch on Saturday. Get the app from Wendy's, the Game of the Week sponsor. Well, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, which they don't, Ridgeline would have that top seed. It'd be Ridgeline, Desert Hills, Spanish Fork, Skyview, Park City, Green Canyon, and Provo, all with byes. But of course, we still have tonight's games, any other games that take place Thursday and or Friday. I don't think there's any games on Friday. I do know there's a handful of games tomorrow, including Logan and Bear River. So now it's Skyview's turn. (28-21) Green Canyon. The only thing that stopped Skyview in that first half was the first half clock running out. And then they did turn it over once.
Pass complete to number 18, Cooper Karen.
Karen picks up 7.
Bryson taps on the tackle.
Stokes looking to get around the corner. He picks up enough for the first down. That's Clark, actually.
He's with up number 42, Cody Edelmeyer. Play.
So a new set of downs
Good for
Skyview. Clark looks to the sideline for the play. Stokes alone back in the backfield. It's Guthrie to the top of your screen. Always got to know where 24 is. Stokes motions that direction. They fake this way now. They're going up top. And man running free, and Clark puts it just out in front of him. Oxborough got a hand on it, but that's it. Couldn't haul it in. That's 6 if they get the timing right. Clark 14 of 18, 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now they give it off to Stokes. Stokes grabbed and brought down after a gain of about a yard. 3rd down.
He's wrapped up on number 9, Eli Weegley. Brings up a third and 9.
See what Green Canyon does. They don't have a ton of sacks on the season as a team, does Green Canyon. The stats I saw only show them with 5 total sacks on the season. We've got 1 here tonight, and Clark throws wide to Guthrie. Guthrie had run past the sticks. Clark put it out there just a little wide of him. Guthrie couldn't make his way back to it, and it's 4th and 9. Skyview's going to have to punt. Skyview winners in 5 of their last 6 games. And only loss being the loss to Ridgeline. Low kind of line drive kick, now takes a Green Canyon bounce. Comes back to about the 36-yard line, and Green Canyon will take over there with 3:08 to play in the 3rd quarter. Green Canyon leading 28-21 in a Wednesday night game. fall break this weekend, so most of the games being played around the state tonight. And that's kind of always been the case. The final week of the regular season is that fall break week, as long as I can remember. So that means teams with only a few days to get ready. Some teams don't have a game this week. Have some time off before the playoffs. Jenkins grabbed from behind, but steps out of that and picks up 5. 55 yards on 14 carries, and Skyview is going to have to figure out a way to slow down this Green Canyon rushing attack. 165 yards on the ground for Green Canyon. Jenkins will line up behind Wilson. Now he'll come up to his right side. Wilson, design keeper. Grabbed, and they don't let him get out of it this time. He picks up a couple, but we've seen him all night long. Look like he's going to go down and then spin out and pick up a bunch of yards. That time, they were able to get a hold of him and bring him down. Gavin Reed, sophomore, number 55, putting a paw on him. 3rd and about 3.5. Skyview's offsides. It's Reed. If they don't call it, and they give it off to Jenkins. Jenkins hit right as he gets near the marker, and he's able to fall forward. He needed 3, he picks up 5. Looked like Skyview was going to swallow that one up. Jenkins leaned into it and picked up the yardage that he needed. 5 of 7 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. And we're under 90 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Skyview's bringing a linebacker. Give it to Jenkins. Down he goes. Reed wraps him up and throws him down for a 3-yard loss.
Number 55, Gavin Reed. Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 12.
Oh, that boy there being generous and giving him a close to a yard on that spot. I thought he was back closer to the 45. And it's 2nd and 12, and so for the first time in a minute, Green Canyon is off schedule and behind the sticks. Skyview walking a linebacker up, they're going to bring him. Wilson bails out the right side, picks up a block downfield. He's got a 1st down and more. 14 yards for Wilson. He's over 100 yards on the night, 12 carries, 106 yards. Most of those runs have been designed, and Green Canyon's going to walk it to the sideline as we're under 20 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. They're going to talk about it as we head to the 4th quarter with Green Canyon leading 28-21. Both teams score in the 3rd. Again, last team with the ball may be the team that wins this ball game. A good one brewing here on the Game of the Week. Hey, Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, they offer personalized hearing care tailored for your needs, from evaluation to hearing aid fittings and protection. Choosing the right hearing professional is a key, and the skilled team at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, they will make sure that you'll get the best fit for your lifestyle. Protect and improve your hearing. Schedule a consultation with Dr. Paul Baines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology today. Green Canyon have been some men at work offensively here tonight, working their way, matriculating up and down the gridiron this evening. Skyview looking for a way to stop them. Both offenses have
moved the ball pretty well. The Green Canyon defense just made a stop a moment ago to get the ball back for their offense. Now, can Skyview's defense do the same? Springville, upset alert. Springville leads Park City in the third quarter. Dixie leading Crimson Cliffs in the fourth. Ridgeline has the Westfield game firmly in hand as they lead that one 38. They led that one 38-0 at the half. Spanish Fork 49-14 over Timpanogos. So top five, kind of a mixed bag of what's going on there. Jenkins picks up a couple. Skyview collapsed that hole in a hurry.
Short gain on the play brings up a 2nd and 1.
I say a yard, but he gained about the length of the football. So if you gain anything, it automatically goes as a yard. 3 receivers to the left. Schramm is at the top of your screen. Selman in the backfield. He's going to be the lead blocker for Wilson. Wilson finds an opening. One of the defensive ends peels back and makes the tackle. Not until Wilson gains about 5 yards.
Number 56, Achille Palmer. Brings up a 3rd and
4, maybe 5. And it's 3rd down again for Green Canyon. Third and 4. A little bit of confusion with the Green Canyon offense, and they need to hurry. Play clock down to 3. 1, and they don't get it off. Green Canyon has to call timeout. So keep that one in mind. In a tight ball game, Green Canyon has to burn a timeout with 10:32 to play. In the ball game, they lead 28-21. They're not far from you get the semester change coming up here in a couple of months or right around the first of the year. And if your kid's going into orchestra or band and they need an instrument, a great place to get a rental would be at KSM Music. They've got the best deals and service in the Valley on band and orchestra rentals. They've been offering the first month free, no commitment. You can return or exchange anytime. They do include repairs in your rental, and you get quality name brands. 50 West, 4th North in Logan is KSM Music. Third down as we come back after the timeout. 3rd and 4 for Green Canyon. I'd imagine that this is 4-down territory. Wilson dumps it to Knight. Knight makes his way toward the first down marker. And they keep the clock running. He needed 4, he got 5. Let's see. They are going to move the sticks. Knight, 57 yards on 5 catches. He's quietly having himself a night as well. It's Schramm that's been the main target. 9 catches, 84 yards, 2 scores. Green Canyon trying to put a little bit of distance between themselves and the Bobcats trying to prevent that from happening. Jenkins, I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. The Skyview came and got him on that one. That's a loss of a yard.
Number 56, Achille Palmer. Loss of 1 on the play brings up a 2nd and 11.
Well, you see now for Green Canyon, they're being very deliberate and they're being very careful, I feel like, on this possession. You got down here, you don't want to take an unnecessary risk. See what they do with Wilson. Here comes some late pressure. Wilson escapes out the front of the pocket. Spinning around, down to the 15. about the 14-yard line. A pickup of 15 yards as they give him, 14 yards for Wilson. 125 yards on 14 carries for Peyton Wilson, and Skyview just has not had an answer for him. A lot of teams haven't had an answer for him. 355 yards rushing coming in as a quarterback, but really he's become their running game the last 2 or 3 weeks. That's where most of his yardage has come. Turn and give it to Selman. Selman low to the ground, sneaks in behind those offensive linemen and picks up about 3.
Number 37.
If you're the Bobcats, you have got to keep Green Canyon out of the end zone because Green Canyon is going to milk every second off this clock. And if they punch it into the end zone, now you've got to come up with 2 possessions. And you're going to need that time as we approach the 8-minute mark of this ball game. It's 28-21 Green Canyon. They're trying to give themselves a little bit of breathing room, and Skyview trying to get the ball back. Wilson's going to throw it. In trouble. Gets out somehow. That kid is slippery. From the 12 down to the 4, a pickup of 8, 1st and goal. They had him dead to rights. And he's having the game of his life. 133 yards on the ground, 177 yards through the air, and 3 touchdown passes. And it's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. 7:25 to play in the ball game. Hand it to Jenkins. There's that Martin. I see the 0. It's his 10. And Martin loses a couple of yards.
Number 56, Attorney Palmer. Brings up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal now from the 6. Selman and Jenkins in the backfield. Schramm, the receiver at the bottom of your screen to the right of Wilson. Wilson's going to keep trying to sprint for the edge, waits for Jenkins, picks up a block. Now he comes back the other way. Wilson inside the 3-yard line, down to about the 1. Skyview says they've got the ball. He looked like he was down before he lost it. The officials haven't said anything. The back judge did not throw his beanbag, and he's looking right at it. And everybody in stripes says that it's Green Canyon ball at the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. Third and goal from the 1 for Green Canyon. They lead by a touchdown. Looking for more. Give it to Martin. Nothing doing. In fact, he lost a yard. There's plenty going on there after the play, and there's a flag. Now, if it's Skyview and if it's on you, you don't really care much because it's half the distance to the goal. The ball's on the 1.5-yard line. But that stops the clock, and Green Canyon has a decision to make. I mean, this is shorter than a PAT if you're kicking a field goal. Personal foul, on Green Canyon. Personal foul on Skyview. Offsetting, and they were after the play, so it's 4th down. And if you're Green Canyon, I think you almost have to kick a field goal, right, and make it a 2-possession game. If you kick the field goal and you go up by 10, Skyview has to score, and then they have to stop your offense again, which they haven't done this whole second half, and that's what they're going to do. Now, that's assuming that you make the field goal. So offsetting penalties, and we have not had many. Skyview 2 penalties for 5 yards. Green Canyon 1 for 15. So that way it's been nice. There haven't been a lot of stoppages. There was one stoppage for quite a while as they were trying to decide where a ball was spotted. Other than that, it's been pretty clean. Field goal. Good. 10-point lead with 5:39 to play in the ball game. Can Green Canyon hang on, or is Skyview going to make an amazing comeback? Stick around to the game a week and find out. Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 biggie bundles. You can mix and match your very own perfect pairing, and they're delicious morning favorites. They've got the sausage, the biscuit, the egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Choose 2 of those 3 for $3. That's their biggie bundles. And you know what else they've got that's fantastic? Their breakfast burrito. Yeah, it eats other burritos for breakfast. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, your choice of crispy bacon or grilled sausage, all rolled into a warm tortilla. It's just that good, the breakfast burrito at Wendy's, the Game of the Week sponsor. So now Skyview offensively with an opportunity to answer. They had answered all night until the last possession, and they were unable to get it done. Now they're going to bring the offense back out. And this one taken about the 12-yard line. Across the 30, out near the 35, is where Skyview will start this possession, trailing 31-21 with 5:29 left in the ball game. That was Ballard with the nice return. Green Canyon's signature the last couple of years has been their defense. Only giving up 16.25 points per game on the season. They've given up about 21 per game in region play, but this is a powerful region. Iron sharpens iron in this region. Crimson Cliffs will have something to say about that. So will Provo and Spanish Fork. Clark has trouble with the snap, gets it back, has a man running downfield. It's Oxborough, and Clark overthrows it. Probably just a little bit of adrenaline as that snap bounced off his hands and into the air, and he turned and saw that rush coming. Put just a little bit too much on it. Second down. Clark now 14 of 20, 188 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he hasn't had a bad game. Stokes out of the backfield. They swing it over to him, and Clark misses him. He puts it out just a little too far in front of him. They had some blocking downfield. And I'll tell you what, you get Stokes out there downfield and expect a defensive back to make a tackle on him. Boy, oh boy. That's a missed opportunity for Skyview. 3rd and 10. 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. 5:20 to play in the game, a 10-point Green Canyon lead. Clark, late pressure, gets rid of it. Oxborough can't haul it in, or can he? Yes, he does. 41 yards. Oxborough's first catch of the evening. Give it to Stokes. Stokes looking for some room, finds a couple of yards, and that's it. That was the big play Skyview needed. They've completed pass plays of 40, 40, 36, and 41 in this ball game. Fake it to Stokes. Clark, plenty of time, over the middle, throws it to the end zone, incomplete. .435 to play. Skyview needs 10 points. So if they don't get a touchdown here, they are pretty close to field goal range, so they need a touchdown and a field goal to tie. So that plays into the calculus as well. Clark asking about the play to the sideline, and he gets it relayed back into it. Spread look with 2 wide on each side. Clark fires across the middle, has his man at the 15-yard line. First down.
Complete to number 19, Zachary Oxborough.
Oxborough catches another one.
For 42, Cody Edelmeyer. Plays good for Skyview, first down.
244 yards and 2 touchdowns now for Clark. Turn and give it to Stokes. Stokes into the secondary. Stokes down to the 6-yard line. Stokes with 84 yards on 16 carries. Skyview quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3:45 to play in the ball game. 31-21 Green Canyon. Skyview 2nd and 2. Clark looking for the end zone. Tipped away at the last second by Edelmeyer. Trying to go that little back shoulder throw, and Edelmeyer turned and located the ball and got his hand out there to tip it away from Karen. Karen stays to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Stokes are lone back. Chance Wilson in there like a halfback position. You can see him to the left, and that's who they're going to run behind. Stokes pushing the pile, gains a couple. Now it's 3rd and 2. No, third and he got enough for the first down. It's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. 3:20 to play. Skyview trailing by 10. Clark spins, looks for Wilson, and he leaves it wide. Clark's footwork was off on that one. He's telling Wilson something, and Wilson's telling him what he did. But Clark came out and spun all the way around, and he never got his feet set to try to make that throw. He stops the clock with 3:14 to play, 2nd and goal. Flags fly. And I think Green Canyon may be offsides. Offsides on the Wolves. The Wolves with only their 2nd penalty of the evening. And their first accepted one this half. There was offsetting penalties on both teams earlier. Skyview needs 10 points. They're trying to get their touchdown here. Hand it to Stokes, up the middle, down he goes. After a gain of a couple, he's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1. Stokes with 88 yards on 18 carries, and the clock dips under 3 minutes to play. 3rd and goal, just outside the 1-yard line. Clark, hand it to Stokes. Stokes didn't get in. He didn't get in. And the clock continues to run. How long does Skyview let it run before they decide? You need 10 points. You're inside the 1-yard line. This is the ball game. Convert and you're still alive. If you don't, you're done. Clark pushes forward. He needed 3 feet. He got more. Touchdown, Skyview. Good surge by the Skyview offensive line right up the middle. We saw this same thing early in the ball game. They got in there and couldn't punch it in. They were close enough. They let their big quarterback follow in behind those 3 big interior linemen. They punched it in. So now the all-important PAT for Skyview. Jamison Easy does it. And it's a 3-point ball game. Green Canyon might get the ball when we come back. Probably see an onside kick with 2:16 to play in the ball game. 31-28, Green Canyon trying to pull the upset. You ever been to Alabama, Earl? Some people call it their sweet home. I've been to Alabama. That sounds like the intro to it. What is it? This is Steve Miller. Man, that sounded like a long intro. Take the money and run to your sweet home in Alabama. You know, that's an underrated place. If you go down to the Gulf Coast down there, in Alabama, Orange Beach, Pensacola, Destin, all that kind of area down there, it's beautiful. If you've never been, it's worth the trip. You got sand on the beaches down there, it's like sugar. All right, that means I owe you $1. That sounded like an intro to Sweet Home Alabama, a long intro. I think it is. I think you're lying to me now. All right. He should know he's in a band. Onside kick coming up. Look out. That one is anybody's football. And it looks like Green Canyon may have gotten on it. It's squirted out of there. Well executed by Skyview. I mean, they just boot it out in front of them, and then 11 guys are just following it until it gets to 10 yards, and then it's a scrum. And it's squirted out the backside, and Green Canyon came up with it. My goodness, this has been a good ball game. 2:13 to play in the ball game. Skyview trails by 3. They have 3 timeouts. Green Canyon needs a couple of first downs. They've been able to run the ball well tonight, but they've done it by running their quarterback. Peyton Wilson, 138 yards rushing for Wilson, 177 and 3 touchdowns through the air. Wouldn't it be funny if they put the ball in the air? Wind's starting to really blow out of the south, though. Yeah, that's funny. They're going to the air. No, Wilson's going to pull it down. Dive forward for about 7 yards. And Skyview is going to take the timeout, the first of 3 timeouts for the Bobcats. They're trying to get that football back so they can have a chance to either tie or win this game. 31-28 with 2:05 to play. Green Canyon, 2nd and 3 when we come back. Now we look around 4A and what's going on tonight. Ridgeline has beaten Westfield 45-7. Some of the other teams, Spanish Fork's put 63 on Timpanogos. Spanish Fork, definitely a team to be reckoned with. Provo 62-17 over Mountain View. Crimson Cliffs has come back to take the lead on Dixie 21-20. Well, this is a good region, but there's some other really good teams in 4A. Hand it off to Jenkins. He needs about 3.5. He picked up a couple. And Skyview will take another timeout. Jenkins up to 60 yards rushing. 205, 210, 215 yards rushing for Green Canyon to this point in the ball game. 392 yards of offense. And they desperately need 6 more feet. If they pick up another first down, speaking of Green Canyon, they may be able to ice this ball game. 1:59 to play, Green Canyon by 3. when I was talking to Coach JT for Green Canyon about Skyview and the new coaching staff, I said, well, at least you got plenty of film on the guy. He's been at Stansbury for a while. He said, that is a good coaching staff at Skyview. He said they're so sound schematically. And you've seen that here tonight. It's been a heavyweight bout. 3rd down and 2. Turn and hand it to Jenkins. I think he may be short. He got to the 45. He needed to be across the 45, not quite to the 44, and I think it's going to be 4th down. One of the Skyview players is down on the ground. One official's got his foot right on the 45. The other official who's standing over the ball is standing short of the 45-yard line. And the Skyview player's down, so that stops the clock without Skyview having to take a timeout. Only 5 seconds ran off the clock. You are 4th and less than a yard. If you are Green Canyon, what do? So now if they're going to huddle up over there, they either have to call out a timeout or get a ball back into the field of play. I'm wondering if you don't just get your quarterback up under center. You need less than a yard. Do you take this game by the throat and go take this game and go win it? Or do you punt it away and play defense? It's easy for me to sit up here and say to go for it. Peyton Wilson's coming out onto the field. They did make Skyview take that final timeout. So Skyview is out of timeouts. So 1st down here for Green Canyon would pretty much be the ball game. Wilson in the gun. They're going to try to make Skyview jump. See if they run him down under center and then snap it anyway. If they go for it out of the gun, that's nuts. You see it all the time now, and Green Canyon moves. They were going to run it. Their offensive line has been fantastic all night. And then they came across. Now Green Canyon's trying to say that Skyview drew them across. Their whole team standing there, and they're talking about it. Did somebody from Skyview simulate a snap? You see that sometimes on defensive players barking out a signal or something, and they're going to call it on Green Canyon. Coach Taila Ely is going to ask about it. And Green Canyon, their whole offense was over talking to the officials about it. And now Green Canyon's going to take a timeout. And this whole time, the clock has been stopped. Skyview looks like they're going to get the ball back with just under 2 minutes to play and a chance to tie or win on the game of the week. Talked about the injury challenges his Green Canyon team had, but Coach Ely telling me that how people have stepped up, and he said one of the big surprises this season has been the depth of our team. Wilson's going to punt it away. And if you're Green Canyon, you're not in any hurry to down this thing either. Let it roll as far as it will with the clock running as long as you can. And it takes 10 seconds off the clock. 1:44 to play. No timeouts for Skyview. We've seen Skyview already in this game, though, go 80 yards in 2 plays. Can they do it again? I'm sure Green Canyon will drop 8 into coverage. Clark, his last few passes, he's been just a little bit off. His timing hasn't been there with his receivers. Can he dial it back in? They've got to go 85, 84 yards. Clark, plenty of time. Looking deep downfield. Picked off by Pabst. Pabst gets down with 90 seconds left. Second turnover of the night for Skyview, and listen to him at Green Canyon. Clark threw it up into traffic, and Pabst came down with it. Green Canyon now has a chance to put this one away. 31-28, 1:29 to play. Green Canyon leads on the game of the week. Green Canyon just needs to take a knee. Wilson kind of moved around a little with it. He didn't need to. All he needs to do is take a knee. Skyview's out of timeouts. 8 seconds on the play clock. Wilson takes a step forward. In takes a knee quickly. They're going to have to snap it one more time. So Green Canyon has beaten Skyview in their last two meetings. This one will mean there's a three-way tie for second place in Region 11. It's going to keep Green Canyon probably in the running for a first-round bye. Skyview's RPI is good enough that they're still probably going to get a first-round bye as well. You really can't beat high school football, though, can you? 31-28. Green Canyon with 392 total yards on the night. Skyview with 353. A good ball game all the way around. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time in playoffs on the Game of the Week.